Since an awful lot of people's first introduction to make your own is with a hand injector, it's important to understand the basic differences in the design and function of hand injectors compared to the crank style. It's not just about size. As you can see with a crank injector, the tube remains in a fixed position on the nozzle and the spoon emerges from the unit to push the tobacco into the tube while the unit sets with great stability on a table. With hand injectors, the tobacco chamber and tube is dragged over the stationary spoon to accomplish the fill. Some of the newer, larger hand-style injectors are large enough to sit on a table while using them, but in all cases the good crank styles are far more efficient and easy to use. Now, too many people give up on make your own before they have the opportunity to try a superior crank injector. Still, with some practice, one can get used to the hand injector and achieve good results. It does provide folks with at least a cost-effective introduction to the make-your-own experience. Now let's look at several of them in action. This is one of the older models, small, and this is truly a hand injector. It's designed to be filled and used in the hand, as you'll see in just a second. You squeeze that little thing at top, little holder at top, to secure the tube. Holding it in your hand, you slide it back and forth. And they work. I mean, like I said, they with the right moisture content tobacco, they do work. Now this one is from Zigzag, and it's a little bit bigger, quite a bit bigger in fact, and it's of a size that you don't need to hold it in your hand. You can actually set it on the table and use it. Now it's important to notice that when you pack the tobacco down in a hand injector, you must get rid of almost all extra tobacco. The cutters on these plastic machines are just not sharp enough to cut away excess tobacco efficiently. Some of them even have little tamping tools which allow you to tamp the tobacco very firmly down in the slot, and we'll show you that tamping tool in a moment. Here's another large one. This is the Zen, basically the same, a very similar design to the Zigzag and the Premier. As you can see, again, it's important to get the tobacco down in the chamber as much as possible. But it does work, and like I said, with patience and with some practice, you can do good cigarettes. It's certainly not fast like a crank style injector. You're not going to have the production capability that you have with the crank style, but it will work, and they certainly are portable. Now here's another new innovation. This is the Premier double tube model. And this allows you to do 2 cigarettes simultaneously. You really don't save all that much time, because the most time-consuming part of any injection process is filling the tobacco chambers and putting the tubes on the nozzles. Now this is the tamping tool I was talking about, where you use that to get the tobacco packed down in the chamber evenly. Then you close the lid and again push down, hold to the base, hold onto the base, and pull it back and forth. Now this machine actually works quite well. We were really quite impressed with its ability to produce good cigarettes. Is it that much faster? Not really, and certainly not as fast as a crank style, but it does work. Now the Mascotti we're showing you here is from Giza, and its innovation is those little ears you can see, which allow a relatively small handheld size injector to be used on a table, because you have those little ears to press down on to hold it in place. It works exactly in the same manner as other hand style injectors. It doesn't come with a little tamping tool, so you need to press the tobacco very evenly down in the chamber. But once you do that, you hold on to the little ears, make your injection, squeeze the little thing at top to secure the tube, and just pull it back. And there you have it. It works very well. A couple of taps and you have a good cigarette. Now this is another Giza innovation. This is called their golden tip producer. And what makes this nice is that in addition to having the little hand injector embedded in a nice wide base so you can really hold on to it and use it on the table, it has a compartment to hold your tubes. Now this particular unit is really popular, and being able to carry tubes around is an added convenience that many people will appreciate. The injector itself works well because, again, you have a nice wide base to hold on to while you push the injector back. But these are very useful systems, and again, as introductory units, they work well. But don't give up on the make-your-own method until you try a crank-style injector.